Papa Infidel Benelunian viewers, fairly recently YouTube user Alphaomegasin, or as I like to call him, the king of nerd rage, uploaded a rant that involved Call of Duty fanboys on both the Xbox One and PS4 sides of this newest iteration of the console wars, and an argument over the high-def graphics resolution of the new Call of Duty game. Xbox One 720p versus PS4's 1080p. And my thoughts on the argument were pretty much the same as Alpha's. You've got an entire game to talk about. What is the story? Who are the characters? Is the game enjoyable? Is it playable? Does the game have any replay value? And the best you've got to talk about is the graphics resolution. And here I thought the whole boxers or briefs argument was beyond pointless. Yes, I have encountered this problem with a number of so-called hardcore gamers that I went to high school with, guys who used to make fun of me because I didn't play video games that literally just came out. You know what? I still don't play games immediately after they come out. The most recent game I own, and probably the only game I've ever bought within a week of its release, is Resident Evil 6 on the 360. And the most recent game I've played so far is Grand Theft Auto 5 on the 360. Ooh, sorry that I haven't played Call of Duty Ghosts yet. Not that the graphics resolution really matters to me, because I play all my games on a standard def TV. Whoops! Now I know somebody's gonna call me an idiot for not playing all my games on an HD TV. Whoop-de-flippin' Okay, those guys in high school, they were always like, you suck! Nobody wants to play all that old crap anymore because those games came out like 20-some years ago and those graphics are so stupid and nobody wants to play that crap anymore. And no, this is not in any way, shape, matter, or form an exaggeration. These guys literally were that stupid. Listen, if the only thing that matters with video games is graphics, then it's a wonder the whole video game industry ever got off the ground in the first freaking place. Look, as any gamer worth a crap will tell you, graphics alone don't make or break a video game. Actually, to me, the graphics of a video game are like the box office results for a movie. They're always the last thing I think about. For example, sure, Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight Rises was a big multi-billion-dollar hit at the box office, but that doesn't make it the greatest Batman movie of all time. Actually, I'll be quite honest, I thought it was lamer than Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin. Yeah, that bad. Okay, GTA 5 has some pretty impressive graphics, that is true, but that doesn't make it the best game ever made, like a couple of guys I know have tried to tell me. What I've played of it so far, and I haven't played that much of it, I really can't call it the best game ever. Okay, or even a great game for that matter. Now, you see guys, there are only three things that I look for, three qualities I find in a game. Three. Does it have a good premise? Is it playable? Do I find it enjoyable? If the answer to all three of these is yes, then graphics be damned. Okay, I don't care if they're so outdated that the game looks like it came out in the early days of the PS1. Besides, if graphics are all you really care about, then all of us console gamers are pretty much just getting shafted anyways, because PC gets the best resolution available. Oh yeah, I know somebody's gonna be like, PC Master Race this. That's right, Xbox and PlayStation fanboys. You want the best graphics resolution available, all you care about is the graphics? Well, guess what? Your console ain't getting it, which means you're getting the shaft anyway, like I just said. Not that the graphics really matter, because there's more to a game than its look. Anybody who has so much as an IQ level of 12 knows this. If you're judging a video game by its graphics, then you're missing out, because guess what? There's a massive number of video games well worth playing, dating way back to even the old days of the NES, the NES. It's not the graphics that make the original Legend of Zelda such a fun game to play. It's the gameplay. The massive environment, the secrets that you can rack your brain trying to find, the whole medieval fantasy atmosphere. It's something that Nintendo has kept at heart since 1986 until to this day the original Zelda is still very much worth playing. Although, to be quite honest, I actually prefer Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo. Even by today's standards, the original Metal Gear Solid still has incredible graphics and is still a very worthwhile game that had a twisted story, memorable characters, and a challenging emphasis on stealth gameplay that has been used as the mold for a lot of newer stealth titles, such as Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. The series has maintained that particular style since the first, not even the first Metal Gear Solid, but the first Metal Gear game from '87. And you know what? If graphics are your thing, have you seen the trailers for Metal Gear Solid 5? Holy hell, the game looks incredible. It looks so realistic and movie-like, much more so than your precious Call of Duty games. A game franchise which, by the way, hasn't even so much as upgraded its graphics engine since friggin' Modern Warfare. And that game came out how many years ago? It's not the graphics that makes me want to play Metal Gear Solid 5. It's another Metal Gear game. Hideo Kojima hasn't really let me down, and definitely hasn't let a number of other people down with this franchise. And I'm curious to see how the whole open world aspect will work into the Metal Gear gameplay since it's being used for the first time. And I'm also curious to see how Kiefer Sutherland's going to hold up playing Snake, and how he's going to hold up as the replacement for David Hayter. I mean, it's Jack Bauer. I don't really see a problem here. So bottom line, like I said before, there's more to a game than its look. Sure, it can look great. Sure, it can look like crap. But if it doesn't meet my 3 requirements, does it have a good premise? Is it playable? Do I find it enjoyable? Game ain't really worth my time. And is Call of Duty Ghosts worth my time? I'm not sure yet. Because when I did my Call of Duty Fanboys video, I said that I would eventually get around to playing Black Ops 2, and I'm pretty sure that even with the whole sci-fi thing and the multiple endings, it's still the same game as Modern Warfare, as Razor Fist calls them. And it's still the same crappy gameplay as Black Ops, and lo and behold, I was right. So, I don't know, maybe around Christmas time later this year, maybe I will finally get around to playing Call of Duty Ghosts.
Damn graphics! Damn graphics! Graphics! Oh, damn graphics! I'm playing graphics! Oh my god, Timmy, what are you playing? I'm playing graphics duty! Graphics, oh, graphics! Graphics for dinner, graphics for lunch, graphics in my ass, graphics out my car, graphics on your mom, graphics coming out of her fucking video, graphics. I could go on for fucking hours fucking saying that because, and you might be thinking, this motherfucker just lost his fucking head. Obviously, isn't taking the right prescribed medication, but what I'm trying to convey to you is exactly how fucking idiotic and stupid most of these people sound like. Because that's what it translates to me. You know, if somebody tried giving me some legitimate fucking argument and just pop up in subtitles below them, graphic, complete with sound effects and everything. Like always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers, game the fuck on. Graphics.